Good day, traders. Welcome to another video in my educational shorts on high probability trading strategies. This is Mark Lycos. First off, let's remember that stock trading is a zero-sum game. Simply put, traders with the best information know how to use that information win, period. What I'm going to show you today is a simple method of finding the strongest stocks for long play and the weakest stocks for short play. It's the same strategy I use in my evening scans, simply applied to the current strongest and weakest stocks at any given time during the intraday play. As the market opens, the bulls and the bears go to battle in what's known as initial price discovery. The market frequently whips around on both sides, fighting for dominance in the first few minutes of play. During this discovery process, we see where the early interest is going, that is, where the long and short money is going. We need a tool to see this. We simply look to our predefined key sector list, illustrated here, that is sorted by the percentage of change. All professional charting platforms have this capability. Call your provider and ask them how to set one up if you haven't done so already. This is the sector list I'm currently using. It changes from time to time as trading interest creates new sectors and moves away from others. As you see, the percentage ranking function makes it easy to see the top performing and bottom performing sectors. In addition to this pre-sorted key sector group list, I have posted up on my trading screen. I keep a list of all the current sector leaders in each of these key sector groups for ready reference when I need them. I suggest you do the same. Typically, there are 8 to 15 leadership stocks in each one of these key sector groups. Of these, there are only a few that dominate their sector's play. Example of one of my key component sector lists from one of the major group sectors. Let me repeat that. This is one of my key component lists, the actual key group member lists from one of the major group sectors. I could have picked out any member list from the major group sector lists. I just picked this one for an example, the semiconductors or the stocks. Understand, these aren't all the participants in this sector. They are the members of this group that have an average daily range of at least 50 cents with a corresponding average daily volume of at least 500,000. After the first 10 minutes of play, using the market internals, determine where the market is. It's either going to be strong, weak, or maybe neutral with a strong or weak tendency. Write down the current 5 strongest sectors from the sorted major sector list. Write down the current 5 weakest sectors from the sorted major sector list. If the market is currently strong, look to the 5 strongest sectors for potential long trade opportunities. If the market is currently weak, look to the 5 weakest sectors for potential trade opportunities. If neutral, look to both and list both the top and the bottom performing sectors for potential plays. If you can't find a setup in the sector group you're looking, drop down to their sister group. Sister groups are stocks outside their main sector groups that move with the main sector bias. That's exactly what the next example showed. On the day of this illustration, the market saw a fairly strong gap up. 10 minutes after the open, the market was holding its upper levels very well. Market internals were indicating strength, so I looked for trade setups on the long side of the market in the strongest key group sectors. The top performing sector at the time was the HGX, the housing sector, or the home builders. I found no trade setups in that group, so I moved on to a couple of their sister stocks that I knew moved well with the builder strength, namely Lowe's and Home Depot. I opened up the Lowe's chart and I saw it had played the open very strongly and already gapped and ran well above the previous day's open. Not a great candidate for play at the time. I then went to Home Depot and found my play. This sister stock had also gapped higher but hadn't run beyond the previous day's high yet. I placed the entry just above the previous day's high at 62.50. Within minutes of my order, it filled and performed well all day, closing strongly for us with an initial intraday partial scalp when I moved the stop to just inside break-even for essentially a free trade and let it ride, closing the day with over a 50-cent gain. Understand, this play was up and beyond our overnight picks for the day. It's a great technique to use to supplement your day trading activities. In summary, set up your lists and keep them resident on your screen. Use this technique after the first 10 minutes of initial play. Always look for trade opportunities with the current bias. Use this technique again after the 1:45 Eastern Standard Time to catch the afternoon pot. And if you haven't already viewed my previous trading videos, I suggest you do. You might find them helpful. I'm confident they'll improve your bottom line. Look for my next Tradesight educational trading video, where I'll elaborate on more high probability trade setups and trading tips. Better yet, take advantage of our free live trading lab offer and come watch me trade the markets in real time every trading day with my fellow analysts. Until then, this is Mark Lykos at the Tradesight, bidding you good trading.